What is up, guys? Slap for a Duel is back at it again with another deck profile. This week, Crusadia Guardragon. So it's been a thing that's been going around for a little bit. You know, ever since Savage Strike dropped, it had a pretty decent performance out here at the last YCS, Chicago. Dude likes to rev his engine as soon as I start my video. Nice. Anyways, I've had a pretty decent showing, I believe. Top 16, if not top 16, it got top 32. Definitely a very interesting deck and something to keep an eye out going forward. You know, it's relatively cheap. The extra deck is what's gonna kill you for this deck. The main deck itself is relatively cheap. It's a budget-ish choice, probably tier 2 at the most. Combo deck, it is a little big brain. I will admit, I was trying to do these combos, and I was like, huh, but we'll get on with it. So as we begin, we got Red MD, generic Dragon Support, best card ever made. Next up, Goliath. So Goliath locks out both players' extra decks except for Morphage monsters. So I like to view a Morphage Goliath as the backup plan. If you can't do shit, but you can still get your where's the LP out, you can bring out Goliath straight from the deck and lock out the extra deck until you can do shit. It's very strong. So triple copies of World Crown, so, you know, it special summons itself to a zone. When a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck activates its effect, you can tribute this to negate it. And then if this normal summon to set card is tributed, you can add one World Legacy spell or trap from deck to your hand. The second effect isn't going to come up very often. Honestly, the most you'll use it for is the free special. But if you do end up leaving it on the field, it can definitely help you out. It has a very decent negation effect. This deck can build up a lot of negations really, really, really easily. And that's one of the good powers that is going for it. A lot of people play weird, different ratios of all of these. I chose 2 and 2 of Called Serpent and Fever Buster. So banish a light special, banish dark special. When they're sent to the graveyard, you search for the other one. They're just level 4 dragons, because the Guard Dragon links need level 4 and lower dragons. So, pretty simple stuff. Triple Crusadia Maximus, we'll just go over all the Crusadias now. Triple Crusadia Draco, Triple Beast, Triple Tree, Arborea, and Triple Reclusia. So, all of them pretty much. Just play 3 of all of them. They're your free summons to link zones. They help you get your stupid, dumb plays out. This deck is good. The engine itself, Crusadia's, is very, very good. Arborea, I played Arborea when I played Goki. For that very brief month that I played Goki, I played one Arborea, and it changed the way I looked at life. Not only is she a tuner, but she's a warrior, level 3. Yeah, and she can protect your Crusadias. So big if true. One of each Gigabyte, Nefarious Archfiend Eater, and NRE Fire. If you control a spellcaster, they're free special summons again. You can only control one of each of them, so it's whatever. But they're all going to do relatively the same thing. Nothing too special, just free summons. Triple Rescue Cat for Nat Beast plays. You play one Elephant as well, as the last monster. Going forward, there will probably be room for hand traps. You don't have to play the Naturia Beast engine, but it does very, very good stuff, you know. Rescue Cat and Nat Beast is a very, very decent play in any deck. So, there's that. Onto spells, we play one Monster Reborn, one World Legacy Inheritor, triple Call by the Grave, one Crusadia Power, so this protects your Crusadias from all card effects. They're unaffected by card effects except their own. During the turn you activate it, it's a quick play. So it's not going to come out very often. If you have to leave a Crusadia out there, you're probably not in the best position unless you're pushing for game with like Equimax going on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, dog. 2 copies of World Legacy Guardragon. So this card is very good. On activation, it's a Monster Reborn for a level 4 lower dragon, and once per turn, you can target a dragon you control and move it to another main monster zone. These effects are very important. Moving monster zones. When I first read all these cards, I had no clue how this deck was supposed to function, and like how you were supposed to get these zones pointing to each other without like stupid, dumb, super link plays. But then you actually read cards. It's crazy what happens when you read cards, guys. I'm not making this up. You read cards and it tells you that you move your monster zones. mind was blown that day. Last spell we played is One Living Fossil. So technically 5 revival cards. This card is very, very good. Your dragons for the whole deck are your Call-Up Serpent, Weaver Buster, and Draco. Because pretty much opening any Crusadia is a guaranteed something going down. You can at least get a Red MD out. You can get Goliath out. Because you summon the one Crusadia, make the Crusadia Link 1, and then to do special dumb plays, you know what I mean? So, special 1 to its zone, search Draco special. It's PogChamp, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Onto the extra deck, we play 1 Savage Dragon. You're not going to really make this too often, I find. There isn't really that many ways to make it in the deck. There's not a lot of tuner stuff going on. The best way I've seen to make it in my test plays is Arborea and Nat Beast. So correct me if I'm wrong, which I probably am. I haven't done as much research into this deck as I probably should have, but it does interest me enough to talk about. But Savage Dragon's a new card, very good card. Helps you get one of your 15,000 negates on board. 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So you can bring out dragons from the extra deck with one of the guard dragons, and we'll go over Hot Red Dragon here too. King of Bessa. So he is infinitely better. This card negates anything just by targeting it face up on face up card your opponent controls. Quick effect, you know, target and negate it. Very, very good stuff. Has the same kind of clause as Siegfried, the DDD. So that can target a face up activated spell and negate it. And this can do that for any card. The reason I have Crystal Wing in the main extra here, as opposed to the Hot Red Dragon, is this card is $10. This card is $50. So he is the budget option. He's the big boy card. He's the better card. But Crystal Wing is not to be taken lightly either. 1 Dawn Dragster. You can definitely make Dawn Dragster really, really easy in this deck. You know, Arborea in any of the level 4s, and there you go. Dawn Dragster negates a Speller Trap, I want to say, or effect. Yeah, Speller Trap or effect. Reduce its level by 2 and negate it. Very underrated card. Very good card from a very underrated archetype. FA is not as bad as they seem, but they are still pretty bad. Nat Beast, self-explanatory. Link 4s, we got a Borreload, Boral Sword, and a Soryuja. Typical Link 4 Dragon Boys, you know how we do. Link 3, we got a Equimax. So Equimax is going to be your huge OTK card. This card is actually insane and disgusting, and it actually negates cards too, which is kind of funny. But I digress. You know, the Crusadia meme is that they gain their attack of whatever they point to, and then those monsters can't attack. And you just power them up even more with shit like Maximus and stuff like that, and just attack for like 6,700. You know, cool stuff like that. 1 Regulux. So when something is summoned to Regulux's zone, you search for a Crusadia Speller Trap. This could easily not be in the extra deck at all, but sometimes you do need that other Link 2 option, and just having it there with the ability to search out the Crusadia power, sometimes it's all you really need, and sometimes, you know, it's whatever. The main Link 2 that you will be using for the Crusadia is Spatha. So, typical gains attack, blah blah blah, and if an effect monster is special summoned to a zone she points to, you can target 1 monster in either player's main monster zone, except her, and move it to another main monster zone on its controller's field. So this is basically another copy of this. When something is summoned to her zone, you can move it wherever. And these effects are both very, very important. You need to keep track of how you're using these effects. Because if you misplay how you do them, you're locking yourself out of your zones, and you can no longer, you know, do your Link plays. 2 Crusadia Mages, so this one is when something is special summoned to a zone it points to, you search for a Crusadia monster. So this is how you're going to be searching for your Crusadia Draco, which is just very, very easy, straight into any of your guard dragon stuff. It's really degenerate. So here's Agripane, it's 2 dragon monsters, can't special summon anything except dragons, and you can special summon a dragon from your extra deck to a zone that 2 or more link monsters point to. So if this points down and say we have LP here pointing left, in between those zones you can special 1 from your extra deck. And Pisty summons from banished or graveyard, LP summons from deck or hand. So those are going to be your main plays. These two are going to be the ones that you go into first. I will be 100% real in testing. I could not get Agripane out at all. I couldn't figure out how to do it. I will be testing this deck more and more, and if I find anything groundbreaking, I'll make another video, or I'll make a post on like Facebook or Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at Sora Online, talking about this stuff. But I digress. Cards to look out for the future. I can definitely see this deck being a really decent tier 2, low tier 1 option if they get all the cards. One card I did not bring up here because, you know, I'm professional and always forget something. There we go. So, here we go. We got the Mech Knight Crusadia Astrum. So, it's a Crusadia Mech Knight Link 4. If it was link summoned, your opponent can't target it with card effects, and your opponent's monsters cannot target other monsters for attacks. Once for battle during damage calc, if it's battles a special summon monster, you can have it gain attack equal to the attack of the opponent's monster during the damage calculation. And if the link summon card is sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card, you can shuffle 1 card on the field into the deck. So it's a very good Link 4 for Crusadia. That's the main reason the tier is the Crusadia. It gives you some really decent protection, some really decent battle power. Just all around good card. Another card to look out for, this is confirmed for TCG. So is this, but this is confirmed as a Shonen Jump promo, the Darkness Battle Dragon of Dark Steel. That's a dumb name. So you target a monster that is banished or in the graveyard and special to a zone it points to, and its effects are negated, and you cannot special summon link monsters for the rest of the turn. And the special summon monster is put on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. So it does lock you out of your link summons, but it can bring back anything from banish or graveyard. So it is another good option to just think about, have your mind open for. Because say you're using your Nat Beast and you synchro off into Boral Savage and you do some meme stuff, and then you bring this out. You bring this out and then you bring back your Nat Beast. It's another revival card that you use as a combo ender. So, you know, something like that. And then the Hieratic Seals of Celestial Spheres. So this is the card that I've heard makes this deck broken. So once per opponent's turn, if this card is in the extra monster zone, tribute 1 monster from your hand or field, return 1 face-up card in the field to the hand. If this card is tributed, special summon 1 dragon from your hand or deck, but its attack and defense becomes 0. Yeah, okay, so it's a Hieratic, true, and a compulse. So this card is definitely very, very good. Definitely something to keep out for. My personal opinion, it's coming out in dual power. I don't know if it was confirmed or not. If it was, roast me in the comments, guys. Anyways, that's gonna be it. I'm tired. I just got home from work a little while ago. I'm gonna go to bed. Like, subscribe, check us out on TCGPlayer at Sora Online, and we'll be seeing you as soon as I get the mouse over the stop recording button. Peace.